Audiation.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, faggots! What's up? Oh my God, what a beautiful crowd.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
wow.
I'm literally wet. That's crazy.
Did everybody have the gender reveal cocktail?
Right.
Did it make you want to listen to the very real podcast, Gender
Gender
Reveal?
Reveal!
Give it up for Gender
Tuck
Reveal!
Woodstock! Woo!
Because I believe Tuck Woodstock, friend of the show, is here.
Yeah.
I thought that was very funny. Well, what's up, everybody? How are you? Ready for an amazing show?
Yes. This is our second live show, but our first one in New York City.
Yes!
Very exciting, very
Yeah.
exciting. This second season has been so amazing. We've had so many amazing guests. It's been very different from like the first in a lot of ways. I feel like the main thing has been that religion has come up like
Yes.
unprompted in like every single episode that
Every
we've done.
single episode.
Yes.
Like clockwork. I don't know
No,
if you all
seriously.
have noticed that. The gays are for Christ.
No, exactly. No, the gays are turning to religion.
Yes.
And, you know, me and Allie both grew up different degrees of religion.
Yes, we did.
I grew up pretty Catholic. Allie actually went to school to become a minister.
Yes,
Quiet
I
as it's
did.
kept.
I did-
Quiet
I
as
did.
it's kept. Quiet as it's kept.
I do keep it on the down low, but
Good thing I
went
just said it out
through-
loud.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. No, yeah, I did. My whole undergrad was spent trying to become a youth pastor. And I did it.
Exactly.
You know?
No, exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But I feel
And
like
what about you?
Well, you know, I grew up very Catholic, but I feel like just thinking about religion automatically makes me think about my younger self. Like, I feel like I sometimes get like flashbacks to like mass. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like in him, with him, through him,
Ah!
in the unity of the Holy Spirit,
Yes.
forever and ever. You know, like I just
Amen.
feel like it just comes out of
Past
me.
the piece where you're like, now I have to get up.
No, exactly.
Like, yeah.
And with your spirit, right,
Yes.
right. But, you know, I feel like, again, yeah, it makes me think about my younger self, and I feel like we've kind of been a little jealous of, like, the gays that have gone back to religion, because I think
Yeah.
me and Allie are, like, a little bit traumatized by it.
It's not an
where-
option for us. Let's just say. Some people are unscathed on this earth,
Yes.
and they're allowed to walk freely
Yes.
towards the Holy Spirit.
Exactly. No, I don't know if I can ever go back, but, you know,
Yeah.
thinking about our younger selves, I feel like, you know, we interview so many amazing guests, but I've actually, Allie and I have never interviewed each other. Exactly. And I
well,
just
let's
feel, I mean, let's take a fucking seat. Let's take a seat. I guess I'm wondering, Allie, and I genuinely asked Allie this backstage and they would not tell me. They wanted it to be real. And so I guess I wonder, like, when you were younger, like, did you want to be, like, a comedian and non-binary icon? Like, is this, like, what you thought? Is this, like, what you thought, like, you would be doing? Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, okay. Oh, I did want to answer it backstage because I was like, how much time do we have? So when I was in college, I wrote it out. I used to do this thing, I don't know where it came from, where I would cut a paper bag so that I would have like a giant piece of paper to write on. And then I would like beautiful mind style scribble, like, and like try to answer big questions
my
for myself. I
God.
don't know. And so I wrote out 3 possible life paths.
Oh my
For myself.
Wait, that's so
And it
funny.
was youth pastor, ranked number 1,
Right.
and in parentheses, the least selfish
Exactly.
option.
No, you were striving for excellence. You
I
were
was.
always striving for excellence, right?
Second was a teacher, in parentheses, history, question mark. Something like that. And then the
Great.
third one was comedian. And then I like would write out the beats of how I would get to each one.
Wait, okay, so you knew.
Yeah, so I was like
even your
seminary,
little-
this, blah, blah, blah. And then for comedy, it was like, take these classes at the UCB in Los Angeles. Like, it was like
Holy shit.
literally what I ended up doing.
Wait, you fucking manifested that shit.
I
That's
know.
insane.
But when I was super religious, I didn't see the second options at all. Like, those were
Totally.
like safeties.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was like, if something goes terribly wrong and I end up telling a single soul I'm gay,
Exactly.
then
If I fall
then
into
we'll
a
go with plan B or C.
right, if I fall into a life of sin, I might as well just be a comedian.
No, but like,
Like-
for real. No, but like for real that if I get caught,
Yes. Holy fucking shit. That's such a good answer. Wow.
Yeah. Well, okay, what about you? Did you feel like you would be doing exactly what you're doing now, which is like the mental gorgeous gymnastics that you do as a student at Schnell University?
I mean, I literally had my first day of school today, back on campus. And
Babette is a Yale teacher, is that right?
I'm a PhD student, so I do teach as
Free
part
labor.
of that. Yeah, exactly. Year 4 out of 6, and which is
So
yeah,
close.
yeah, so fucked, so fucked up. And I will say, I mean, if I ever thought I'd be doing this, no, I'm not even sure I want to do it now. Like I step on campus and I'm like, should I drop out? Like, is today the day?
On the first day?
Yes. Yes.
Wow,
No, like the
huge.
students also, like, classic college campus thing, like the students like will cross and like it'll create like a 3-block backup for cars that I got caught in today. And I was just like, like gripping my steering wheel, like, only 2 more fucking years.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, so I wasn't sure about that. But I actually did think about this recently with like radio stuff. Like I'm like a radio producer, podcast person. And like that's essentially just being a professional yapper, basically. Like I did realize that recently. And like I've always loved to yap. Like I've always had a problem shutting the fuck up. Like and so I just feel like I get to kind of be the mayor of like Yap City for a living.
Yeah,
which
you
is, like,
monetized it. You were like, great. I'll
And
just
so like I think
continue.
younger me would be like, oh my God, we get to talk? Okay, like that's great. So
Aw,
yeah.
wait, that's cute.
Yeah. I love to learn more about you. That's so fun.
Yeah, me and my bag. And try it yourself.
Right.
Shall we bring out a couple
I think
of
it's time.
guests?
I think it's time. Okay.
We have not 1, 2, or 3, but 4
Yes.
guests tonight.
Yes. It's kind of like our own version of Twinks versus Dolls.
Yeah.
Like, but if it like, imagine Twinks versus Dolls a little more multiracial, a little less natural deodorant, I would say, is the vibe. Like, cause you know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes I pull up to like Brooklyn events that are so fucking white that I'm like, oh my God, the KKK has gotten so much more inclusive. Like, that's amazing. That's so good. I love that. So we have an amazing, that is to say, we
Does
have an
check out.
amazing lineup of amazing people tonight.
Yes, we
so
do.
let's welcome Cherry and Rose to the
Yes,
stage.
please give it up for Cherry and Rose. Keep it going. You know they just realized they have to be on stage. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's right. Please take a seat. Welcome.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for social distancing. Yeah,
We
thank you,
absolutely,
No, no, I'm
absolutely
kidding, I'm
did
kidding.
not know we were supposed to be on
Yeah.
stage. And then started having a sneaking suspicion because of the applause that we were.
No, it was like they really told a joke that I cannot miss out on. I'm the joke.
Like, they're really funny. Oh my God.
It's like a 3-minute applause break for a joke. Yeah, we let it be known that we did not communicate that. Okay, that is on us. Thank you for
I wasn't
making your
gonna
way
say
out
it.
here. Yeah.
I mean, like, they're busy being like a stage manager, a dramaturgy, you know.
Yeah.
We all miss one of the cues that we have.
Yes,
So.
yes,
Oh,
it's
exactly.
true. Well, we're so glad that you made it out here. And
Okay.
despite the odds,
I could leave at any moment.
no, sorry.
All your life you had to fight to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With two people with ADHD running the show.
Exactly.
We're like, it'll be fine. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Right, exactly.
Sorry. Great. Okay, so for people who don't know you, would you please introduce yourself in whatever way you like to do? Pronouns, what you're up to, etc.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rose. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a double Cancer Taurus rising.
Wow. Okay.
That's
It's
beautiful.
a lot of feelings.
That's a
That's
lot.
beautiful.
It's a
of
lot.
feelings.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time at home.
Yeah. Which is gorgeous, I imagine.
Yeah, I like my space.
Yeah, great. That's cool. Great. Okay. And
What about you, Cherry?
Oh, stop it. That's my line. Okay. Hi. Hi, I'm Cherry Jaymes.
Right, that's right, that's right. Keep
Right,
clapping.
right. It's Virgo season. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
My name's Cherry Jaymes. I am a Virgo, Sun, Taurus, Moon,
yeah.
and Aquarius rising.
Me too.
Ooh.
Me too.
This isn't about you.
It's true.
Period. Period.
Yeah,
It's
and
true.
yeah, and I'm a Virgo. And did we say our jobs yet?
No.
I didn't.
Oh, right.
What's your job?
Oh, they want us to. Okay. My jobs. I am a drag queen. I am in. Listen, baby, it's New York City. I gotta make rent. 1 second. I'm a drag queen. I am a sous chef,
Wait.
and I'm also a commercial model.
Okay.
And you are a really good chef, let me say.
Holy
I have
fucking
eaten
shit. I didn't know that.
Many of your
That's amazing.
creations, and they're always delicious.
Thank
Wow.
you. I try to cut it real good.
Yes.
Eating something, being like, this was cut so well.
Listen, Brunoise.
Wow.
Hey, I'm
Brunoise.
listening. My dad's a chef. This is triggering. Okay. Do you want to say what you do, or
Oh,
would you
yes,
rather not?
I'm a writer.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
You have something coming out soon.
Yes, my debut novel is coming out. At some point, we haven't announced the date yet, but it's coming.
Good.
I also write a Substack newsletter called Malgoth, and I have a podcast called Like a Virgin.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So I guess first question, same question that I asked Ali. Did you guys always know that you wanted to be doing what you're doing today, aka being the voice of a generation and being the queen of drag? Like, did you know?
Who is who?
What about it, boys? I'll go. Okay.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, no, the voice of the generation should finish. I mean, I am a musical theater expat.
Oh, period.
Expatriate. I'm done.
So, you know, I figured I would be underpaid to perform for people my whole life. So, in a way, yeah. I've always been a cook. I love cooking. I love like doing things for my friends. I hate cooking for myself, but for other people, absolutely.
Oh, relatable. Yeah.
And I knew that I would find a way to make. I gotta find a way to make a lot of money doing this. I don't know.
Right.
No one's merged these things together before. If you have ideas, let me know. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's all I do.
Yes.
I guess I knew from a young age that I wanted to be a writer. I remember writing a book in kindergarten about a dolphin who had the same name as me, dead name, so I won't bring it up.
And the dolphin's dead.
Who lived, yeah, and the dolphin's dead. May she rest in peace. And she lived in the ruins of the Titanic. This was around the time the Titanic came out.
Wow.
And yeah. So I don't know. I guess I didn't know that I wanted to be a writer. I also am a musical theater expat.
Wow.
Oh shit.
And
Should we
I
do a
did-
singing number tonight?
1, 2.
We just
Cue the
break out to
track.
tap dancing.
Who else in the room is a musical
Yeah,
theater
anybody else?
expat? Yeah. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Now who's a faggot? What's the difference?
Right.
Cheers. Wow. I honestly am enchanted by that story because I do kind of want to read it.
I know. I honestly, that should be my second book.
Should revamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a YA novel or something.
Yeah, it's like Twilight, but with dolphins.
Yes. Okay, I love.
But I actually don't. I have soured on dolphins in the years since, because dolphins rape, and
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
have heard that. I have
Dolphins
heard that.
rape, and we all need to remember that.
Sperm whales. Not sperm whales.
Sperm whales.
No, what's the dolphin with the hump?
Oh,
the dolphin with the
yeah.
hump? What?
Beluga.
A
Porpoise?
Belugas. Belugas are the dolphins. Belugas are the dolphins that humans. People think dolphins are nice, but it's a beluga.
Oh,
it's a
belugas are the ones that like
Big
think people are
Dolphin
cute.
has been lying to us.
Big dolphin.
Yes.
Big SeaWorld is out here. Okay, cool. Well, we also want to talk to both of you about, this is a gender podcast. Okay, it's not.
Oh,
I
okay.
know.
I should go.
Yeah. Goodbye. It's so great. Everyone, give it up for Rose. If you want to, would you walk us through kind of how you got to where you are in your gender presentations, the ups, the downs, the experiments?
Sure, because that's not a loaded question.
Yeah,
at
I know,
all.
I know.
Quick
We went
pivot.
shallow to deep real quick, but we are on. We don't have a lot of
You look
time.
at your watch.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make it quick. I'll try to think of what I usually tell relatives at Thanksgiving.
Oh, great.
No, I guess gender has been like a lot of trial and error, mostly error. And I don't know, like, again, if I'm thinking about childhood, like my first experiments with gender were like wrapping this Afghan that my grandma made me around myself so that I could be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
I know, isn't it so sweet?
it's cute.
But everyone told me I shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I mean, and then like, people told me I was a boy, and I was like, okay, I guess I should try to be that. And then at a certain point, I just stopped trying to be that.
Yeah. And you were like, okay, this isn't working.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
mean,
for it.
well,
Like, what age were you when this
I'm
happened?
in my 20s. I
Okay.
think like when I was, because I used to be kind of a club kid, party girl, and there was lots of woo. And you know, I used to do a lot of like gender fuckery, and I guess like I wanted to transvestigate, and like I definitely transvestigate myself. And I went really hard on like kind of all sides of the gender spectrum that I could find to be like, okay, is this real? Is this real? And I mean, none of it's real. It's just sort of like, I guess I landed on the presentation and the experience that like made it easiest to be alive.
Yeah, real. Do you feel like you went, because I feel like for myself, I went like hyper mask for a second. It was just kind of like, we're gonna go all the way. I will be dressing like my uncle. And then I was able to be like, okay, let's add like a shallow heel. like,
Yes.
like,
Yeah, well, I've always loved a shallow heel.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but the year before I transitioned, I went super mask, and then like an early transition, as I think a lot of trans women do, felt like I had to go super femme, and so like in the years since, I have somewhat found more of like a balanced experience where I don't know, I think my gender is more like trans than anything else.
yeah. Huge.
T.
Thank you, sis.
Girl, you ate
Thank you for
Girl,
hearing
you
me.
ate.
Amen. Can we get an amen up in here?
Amen.
Amen.
I just said I was a woman.
I was gonna say, I could have sworn I seen a couple. Anywho, me?
Yes.
You?
Me.
Cherry,
Me,
same question.
me.
Oh.
Cherry's a fabulous singer. I heard her backstage.
What?
Fabulous. She's trying to hide it.
I am what I am. Funny enough about gender, never thought about it. I wish I was kidding. Never thought about it. I literally have been really cunty.
Yup,
Like-
yup.
I have 5 older sisters. Woo. And I was the only boy, quote unquote, for the podcast. I'm doing air quotes. I was the only quote unquote boy in the family, and I was the youngest. So they're like, "Girl, it's all falling onto you." And I was like, "Ooh."
You're like, no, thank you. Take it back. No, thanks.
Actually, you know, but the funny thing is, when I moved to New York City, I was like, I'll be non-binary. My last name now used to be my non-binary name. My name's Cherry Jaymes with a Y in James.
It is the Y that makes
Girl.
it non-binary.
It is the Y. It is the Y.
Girl, literally,
James.
why? But I moved to New York, and my parents kept a little secret from me my whole life that I was intersex. Wah, wah.
Wow.
No
Are you
way.
kidding?
Yeah, I didn't know a thing. I didn't know a thing.
Wow.
I didn't. And then I went to my first adult checkup, and they're like, everything's good except for the high levels of estrogen. And I was like, what?
Wow.
What do you,
Wow.
Yeah, it turns out I have ovaries. It's very rare. I have ovaries that aren't connected to anything.
Wow.
I went through something called phantom periods. We're not gonna get into that. Like phantom, search it up. But I went through all these things. My parents were like, growing pains. Oh, what can you do?
Wow.
And then my doctor was like, what, do you want to get them removed? And I'm like, how much?
Right.
And he's like, it'd be cheaper to transition. And I'm like,
Oh. You said you might be onto something. You might be onto something with that.
and here we are.
Wow.
Wow. The budget option.
Well, I hate this country so much.
But yeah,
Talk about force femme.
listen, girl. They call me the they call me the force femming queen, the force femming friar. But that's how I found my I've always been feminine. I've
Wait,
never
so your
changed.
parents knew your whole life and told you later?
Well, I'm from Liberia.
Hey. Hey.
Hold for applause for Liberia. Okay, no, never mind.
All right, any librarians here? But I'm from Liberia, so you know, I immigrated here in 2005 when I was 8. Do the math. You feel old.
I do.
And yeah, so they were like, I don't know what that is. And they were like, we're not gonna tell. They were like, we're not gonna tell him because we want him to be the man of our family. And I was like, girl, you got a big storm coming.
Wow.
Just wait on it.
Oh my God.
Wait on it.
Right.
Wow. Honestly, usually when we have guests, I like know the bulk of their story. So this is so interesting. I had no idea.
We're enigmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know her name, not her story.
Yeah, exactly.
So what would you guys say it's like being like a doll in New York City right now? My intel says that the scene is a little bit like racially segregated, and I would and no, like for real. And so I guess I'm like, A, does that feel true? And if not, please dispel the myth.
I want the white girl to go first.
Okay. Well, I guess it's hard for me to like comment on the scene because I'm so far removed from the scene.
You're
Like,
at home.
I'm at home,
Yeah.
exactly, as I said. But hasn't been my experience because I, like when I do spend time with trans people, it is like a very diverse mix of trans people, and I don't know. That makes me really sad to hear. Where's your intel coming from?
Yeah.
Can't disclose my source.
New York Times.
I don't know, but like I haven't been to like a party or a gay bar in a long time, and I would prefer to keep it that way. I mean, I guess I'll know after Doll Invasion this weekend on Fire Island.
Right.
Where Cherry and I will both be.
Wow.
Yes.
Performing.
I'm hosting.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's performing.
I'm performing.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, Doll Invasion is...
Doll Invasion is a trans reclamation of Fire Island.
Yup.
Organized by our dear friend and my podcast co-host, Fran Tirado. And it's like a fabulous all-day party. We're basically like colonizing Fire Island for trans people. So it's okay.
Exactly.
So it's okay.
Manifest continue.
Tranifest.
Yeah. Tranifest. That's hilarious.
Yes, but let's get back to racism.
Tranifest.
Make your way out this weekend if you can. You know where Fire Island is. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, so the scene.
Yeah.
I find that, okay, hey, make some noise if you know what the trans girl picnic is. Not the black trans, right, the trans girl picnic. So I went like 2 years ago, only white dolls.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. No, I think that it is a little segregated in some ways because I'm gonna get real crazy here, follow me.
I'm with you, don't worry.
Thank you. So I find that when you're a person of color, you're a black trans woman or a trans person, you have been used to getting eyes on you and scrutiny your whole life. So you keep the getting on going with the transitioning and your personhood, you know? You don't have the opportunity to like really slip back and slip into gender theory that much. I find that really having a chance to think about gender theory like heavily, to let it like affect like your job or things like that in your life, I find that's a luxury that only white people have. And I think that that leads white people to more white people. I don't think it's on purpose. I think they're all really terrified of seeming racist. But it's true. A lot of the white dolls that are like younger now, they hang out with each other. They do, yeah.
Yeah, wake it up. Wake it the fuck up. That's right.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not like pining for that because I have
Yes.
an amazing friend group. Girl, Ebony and Ivory. But no, I'm stuck on the chair.
I got you.
Please. So I think that, you know, this can be fixed. This can be fixed. And just I think white dolls and like white trans people are afraid to actually do the work of doing all the things they run their mouth about online in front of actual black like trans people.
Wow. Yeah, we can clap for that. We can definitely clap for that. That's huge.
Well, I mean, I also think like just get offline. Like
Yes!
go out and interact with other trans people.
Touching
and queer
grass
people.
isn't enough anymore.
No.
Like I need you to, I don't know, eat like a greasy hot dog. Like I need you to like, I don't know, go to OTA and get chopped. Like please. Make it fun for us. Not enough noise. No one knows who. No. OTA?
Yes.
It's a ball. Anyway, but yes, talk. Stop being afraid. Talk to Black and like POC, like trans people. Please, well, not please, but do it.
Yeah.
Do it. It's better to do it than to not. God, please, because we can see when you're like, "Hi, I'm."
Yeah.
Give it up, Mama. We're not gonna shoot you. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I gotta say.
That was a really good impersonation. That was good.
Thank you for going in. That was, yes. I love that
Be
point.
the trans you want to see in the world.
Exactly.
Yes. That's the sticker. That leads us to our merch. We have that on a bumper sticker right through those doors.
I'm getting a cut of that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
I'm sure all these gay people have wonderful cars
Yeah.
to put those bumper stickers on.
Oh my God,
I'm clearly
wait,
from
that's-
LA. I'm clearly from LA.
Wait, that's really triggering because I got into a car accident 2 weeks ago. But what I want to say is it was a really gender-affirming car accident.
What the fuck?
Because everyone used the right pronouns.
Wow.
Including the cop who hit me. Who hit me? Said, ma'am, are you okay?
Ooh. The jaws of life said, "Leave her alone."
Wow. No.
Yes.
A cop hit you.
A
Said,
cop
"Ma'am,
hit
are
me.
you
I was
okay?"
in Red Hook, New York, upstate. I was driving a rental car. And
Wow.
a cop hit me when I was just driving down the road with my groceries in the back.
Wow.
Of course they
Going to my
fucking
Airbnb.
did. Of course they fucking did.
Was Landslide by Fleetwood Mac playing?
No, but I was listening to the Beetlejuice the musical soundtrack.
Wow. Yes.
Come on, let's say it.
It's really our people are here tonight.
Our people are here tonight. Okay. Well, I hate to cut this off,
I think it's time
but
to
I
bring
think
on
we
our
have
next
to swap you out
guest.
for our other two guests.
Do they know they're supposed to come out?
We will find out. Everybody, give it up for our guests who are in the wings. They're coming. Rose and Cherry, you guys can head back. We'll swap you out. Give it up for Rose, Dommu, and Cherry Jaymes. And please welcome River and Honey. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome.
Big welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome to the stage. How are you feeling?
Feeling never been better.
Yeah,
I'm
never
doing
been
a
better.
little transgender shimmy with my shoe.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Yeah, moving energy.
Yeah, we love. You gotta get rid of the excess energy somehow.
No, you need to get the yayas out.
Yeah.
I feel really conscious of that when I'm in therapy, and I'm like, I don't
Oh.
want her to think I'm nervous. I don't know, which is obviously I need to let go of that. But I'll see myself shaking
You can
and
discuss that with her.
go, yeah,
Yeah.
You,
You buff up. You get buff. I'm not fucking scared.
I'm
What?
not fucking scared. Let's go there, Liz.
I love my dad. No.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
you've
worried.
been there.
Yeah.
Um,
Already? Like, why? Like, stop. I'm like now manspreading. Like, be normal. Okay.
Your shoes are so good, though. You gotta like
They're
show them
good,
off.
yeah.
They're excellent. Such good shoes.
These are really good. Well, welcome to the show, the live show.
Hi.
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 I had some foot stuff going on too.
You want to join the foot party? What was going on with your feet?
My feet were going like this.
Oh, yeah.
It was more so sending the energy out.
Yes.
For them.
For
Just
them.
out of your body. Just out of your
Like
body.
lazy boy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it kept going up?
And we're like, so flexible. Okay, cool. Well, River, you've been on the podcast already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Repeat customer. But honey, for those of you who don't know you, would you please introduce yourself in whatever way feels comfortable? Pronouns, sign, what you do, what you like.
No, just kidding. I don't want to say
I'm
my
good.
pronouns, okay? Just kidding.
That's fair. Actually, I would accept that.
My name is Honey Pluton. Thank you. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Recently, I was like, I needed to be my birthday so bad. Like, I need as many people as possible to give me attention. That would feel so nice. Pronoun, he, him, classic. Don't worry about it. Nothing fancy there. But I was they, them for many years. For many, many years, I was they, them.
I love that you touched
I was
Allie.
they, them. Well, I
miss
I
you.
can't reach you. That's why. I would, but I was for
It's like
many
you'll grow out
years.
of that someday. Don't worry.
I'm the prototype you. Yeah. We'll get there.
Stand-up comedian. I also have a podcast called Up Good with Honey Pluton.
Very fun.
Thanks.
Very
It's
fun
so
podcast.
good.
I love it. Great. Okay, so you're
Wait,
he,
River,
him.
could you also introduce yourself?
Yeah, smart.
Wait, what?
Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Even though you've been on the pod, but just like for people who might not
Oh
know.
yeah, hi. My name is Ramirez. I'm a Scorpio. Watch out. My pronouns are they, them, but it's like I kind of use it to be like, oh, I'm just a spirit in here, you know? So
Not the
I loved that.
Not the
I loved that.
Pronouns are esoteric.
so like, it's like I kind of like I hate envy when I hear that.
It's bad. It's kind of like
I'm like,
nibbling.
I'm like you're physicalizing the word too much.
Yes.
You know. Anyway, yeah, and then I don't have a podcast.
Yeah.
So brave. That's so brave.
Anymore.
That's brave.
Anymore.
Wow. I was gonna say
The reveal.
you had a fun podcast.
Yeah.
You did have a
it was fun.
podcast.
It was fun.
Congratulations
smile.
on not
A woman
having
smile.
a podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Congrats on not having one.
For being reformed.
I mean, it just happens when your friend goes away. Because you do it with a friend, you know, and you're like, I love you.
yeah.
And then you can't do that alone.
Yeah.
I do mine alone.
Okay. You're more independent than I
me,
am.
myself, and all my little thoughts.
Yeah. A full-size mirror in front of you.
Oh, ideally, yeah.
So could you both describe, kind of same question for you as like the last group, could you describe your journey to embodying the current gender identity that you have?
I'll start. Okay.
It's always a hard pivot. Like even in like when we interview people like
Yeah.
virtually, they're just like, when we ask
Yeah.
that question, like it's very shocking.
Because we start off goofy.
Yes.
And then we're like, what's your biggest trauma?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, my serious answer.
Yes, please.
Yes.
My serious answer is that my gender journey was my future self giving my present self downloads that I didn't have an integration for yet. Like I just knew when I was 23 years old to just start using they, them pronouns. Like I just like got that download. Like I just knew my future self was telling me that there was transsexuality on the horizon. But at first I had to be non-binary in Seattle, Washington. For like a little bit too long. But that who I am today was going to arise. But even when I started taking testosterone or had an idea to do that, I wasn't dressing mask. I didn't identify as mask. I just knew that there was an incarnation of myself that would feel the most at ease, that I didn't even have the words for, but I felt a calling to it. And then only now do I understand what that was.
Wow. We love that.
Yeah,
That
it
was
wasn't like I hated Barbies and I only played with Tonka trucks. Like that wasn't true for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I want to be a marine biologist. Yeah. I was one of those trans kids. Like marine biologist, babe. No, don't think so. But I was like, I love dolphins.
It's back, baby.
You're
It's
trans.
back. Yeah.
You're trans.
You're transgender.
Yeah, trans Jenny.
Wow. Okay, so you were on T, and
Am.
then you still are.
Yeah.
You gave me some tea.
Yeah, I
Fun
absolutely-
fact: I got here, opened up my little soap bag, no testosterone.
Classic.
Yeah, I packed it, but I didn't pack it. If that makes sense to you.
Yes.
And then Allie was like, meet me at Coney Island. Literally, in front of Nathan's hot dog.
No! Where I had a nude dog on a coffee filter as my dinner. When you don't order it with the bun, it just comes on a coffee filter.
An actual raw dog.
An actual raw dog. And then I got some tea. I got tea from 2 different people. The trans community is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, huge.
Wait, that's amazing.
Really beautiful. I have some for you, by the way.
Thanks so much.
I'll do that backstage.
Great.
I
mean, you can meet me at Coney Island again.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
I'll
do the
see-
ritual from
Ready,
the top.
Set, go.
Yeah.
You guys need to like inject it on the Ferris wheel.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
We were on the
indie
Ferris wheel
movie.
together.
Are you
serious?
And we were scared.
And it's scary. It is actually scary. They have separate cars that slide around.
Oh, I hate that shit.
It's
I hate
precarious. Some people know. We're on one of those trying to inject.
No,
we die.
absolutely.
Okay, sorry. So what I was gonna ask was, you were on T. You're still on T. The pronouns changed. What happened there?
From they, them to he, him.
Yeah.
I think I believe I'm non-binary at heart, okay? I worked at a co-op for so many years that there's no, like, I have literally weighed bulk grains. Like, so there's no way that I can truly, like, liquidate myself of non-binariness.
Yes.
But I just think that, to me, he, him is just the right one. There's no really big reason. It just is what it is.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I know, but also I don't really care.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what we're all saying now. Like, I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care. But then when I'm literally at the Coney Island bathroom that we went to, and it's actually Sodom and Gomorrah, like, it is
It's
Dante's
nasty.
Inferno
There's a running like river in
of
it,
shit.
of
No, I'm
shit.
not kidding. It's like
Yes.
people are pooping like on top where you flush. Like, I'm not fucking kidding. And then
It's
I'm like,
real.
this is my cross to bear now.
Yeah.
Like, this is my embodied transgendered self
Yeah.
that I'm now like hovering with like an 8-inch rim above like Cool Whips of shit. Like,
Oh no!
That's the exact moment that the non-binary would leave my body. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm a girl, I'm a girl, ladies.
Yes, it's literally, I don't know if this is for you, but it's either that or I go into the women's room and I hear the most eternal gasp of my
Yeah.
life, like, and they like, and you're like, oh, sorry,
No, I
scared
can't.
you.
I thought you were gonna say eternal gas, and I was like, that's me. That's me.
The women's room has so much farting, so I went to the men's room to step in literal shit. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, River.
What about you, River?
What I do want to say about the women's restroom that there is another, like, a men's room sucks, yes. Women's, it's like there's an underlying like odor that's really like fucked up. I don't know how to say it. You know, it's like in the urine, you know?
Wow.
Like you're like, I could smell, there's something.
are you a deer? Like,
Yeah, I'm like I'm in.
are you an
opening
elf
all the-
looking for deer?
I'm an owl looking
Yeah.
for a deer. I'm an owl and a deer
Yeah.
anamorphing together to
Don't
smell
worry
the
about
piss
that.
in the women's restroom.
beautiful.
No, but there's something disturbing in women's urine.
Yeah.
Just from the bathrooms alone, and you're laughing because you agree. and I just want to name that. But okay, my gender journey.
Well, but also in the women's restroom, you can smell the urine. We're in a men's restroom, you just smell shit, right? Or urinal cake.
Yeah.
And every time I walk by a urinal cake, I can hear it, like, call me a faggot. I'm not kidding. The urinal cake's like, you have to sit. That's crazy.
I'm scared of the urinal. When I see someone standing at a urinal, I'm like, like it's like scared. Like I don't know why. Even though I'm like, oh, it must be vulnerable for you to have your dick out. Like you're facing, not me. But somehow it's like so scary. It's like Michael
Well,
Myers.
it's insanely gay. It's insanely gay, don't you
Yes.
think?
Yeah.
No, urinals
You're,
are crazy.
you're out there, you're holding your cock, you know what I mean? It's like, right. But
It's like it
please.
should be private. I don't know. Men should have privacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Saying to camera, men should have privacy.
Exactly.
Slow pan into your face. PSA.
Is this crying? Men should have privacy.
In the
It's not
arms
okay.
of an angel.
Okay, wait. What was the question? Gender
Your
journey?
gender
Your gender journey.
Your gender journey.
Okay. So all of my life, I was very. People would say that I was like very feminine. Like regular people, they'd be like, "You're so feminine," but the real people who got me would say, "There's something so androgynous about you," and I really loved that because I was really just like giving like really. I have like underneath my clothes, my body is very kind of like Cardi B-ish. And more so, it used to be because I had huge double D tits. So to get androgen was like, it would make me like feel really good.
Wow,
And I'd
yeah.
be like, oh, that's great. And I always related to like boys more, just like in terms of like how they express themselves and I always felt really far away from girls, like kind of like creepy that I was around them, but somehow I was supposed to be part of this group. I just didn't get it, and I couldn't perform it. I was like, there's something I'm not relating to. So then I went as like androgynous for a long time. I still feel that a lot is like that's what I like to achieve, and I feel like I heard non-binary, and I was like, oh wow, what is that about? Interesting. And I'm like, oh, it means not a woman. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I was like really scared to admit that to myself that I wasn't a woman. And I went through a lot, and I had a friend who gave me like a tea gel also. Was like, hey, you should just like try this out.
Whoa.
Take a pump, pass it on.
Yeah, exactly.
You got some
Yeah,
here for
yeah.
everyone nice?
Yeah.
Take
I've
a
done
pump,
it.
pass it
Yeah,
on.
I've done it too, and it's really cute because it's like even though it didn't like I microdose tea for a while, and I on and off I do it, but it more changed my mindset of how I see myself, and it gave me this like perspective of like kind of a like. It's like maybe a power that I didn't know I had to like change my perspective and how people were seeing me because I was so like kind of the like feminine things are very put on me, but they were put on me in a way to like be in danger. So now actually right now at this moment I am reconfiguring what my femininity means to me because I do like both. I love, even though it's heartbreaking, I do love when I've gone out with like people and they're like, you're like they're having a really hard time that they're attracted to me. They're like, you're like a girl, but you're like a boy. They're like, but I really, and then I'm like, yeah.
Confusion kink.
I do love it, like that
Yeah.
it feels like weird to like be attracted to me.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. No, I get that.
I love it. I'm
I
like,
get that.
okay. This,
It's like being like the Riddler or something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I have a secret.
Yes.
yeah, I have a secret. So that's I like yeah, I don't know. I'm still always exploring. Sometimes I like when people confuse me for like a he, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I very much feel like straight in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
That's my journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ending it like-
small.
And that's my journey. And if you like it, take it. If you don't like it, fuck you.
I smell a new podcast.
Oh my god. So I was telling somebody about this show and like the lineup, and they were like, "Wow, a lot of comedians." And I was like, I don't know if that was like a positive or a negative thing.
It's literally all comedians.
Yeah. No, it's all comedians, all performers. But I guess I'm wondering, how did both of you get into comedy?
Well, to be frank, throughout my life, when I spoke, people would usually laugh afterwards. And so I thought I would maybe follow that logic
Yeah.
and want to be as funny to as many people as possible. I remember a really earnest moment in 4th or 5th grade when I went to my mom and I was like, oh my God, I've been so funny all day at school. And I want to make somebody laugh every day. And
That's
I told
so
my mom
fucking
that.
cute.
I know. And of course, like me being funny in 4th grade was like being disruptive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peeing myself and making a scene out of it, lying, going missing, you know.
What?
Yeah. No one can find me.
No one can find me. It's so funny.
It's so funny, you know, pranks, things like that. And then, of course, now, you know, I've, refined my tone, clearly.
Of course,
my
of
act.
course.
But being a comedian was one of the only, it's something I've known I've wanted to do since I had consciousness, was to perform and make people laugh and understand how to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great way to kind of bury the lead when you're telling your mom you're in huge trouble at school. You're
No, I'm like,
I made so many people laugh and I want to do that for the rest of my life. And she's like, oh. And you're like, and sign this. You're
right.
like-
Yeah.
What about you, River?
Why? How did this happen?
Yeah, how did... Exactly.
Joker laugh. Similarly, when I would say things, people would laugh, but it's more this way I talk, so people would just be like, and then I would be told at school when I smiled that it was like sinister. So with the combination of those two things, well, I came to New York to do art, to like do painting, and then I started doing stand-up after, this is gonna get dark, after my best friend passed away. Because I was like, there's nothing to lose it, and he was like the funniest guy ever, and we would like play pranks on a bunch of people in New York like all the time, like pretending to have different accents and stuff, and just being like, do you know where Times Square is? And that's how I spent most of my first years in New York, and it was really fucking awesome. And then after that, I was like, well, I need to do something I'm really scared of, and I'm gonna go try this thing out, stand up, and I did an accent for a while, so people didn't know who I was. And then some guys thought I was like a French accent, and some guys thought I was like a little French girl, and then they gave me their open mic. And then I revealed myself to be a liar. But
I have to do the opposite.
way before that, though. Way before that. Before they trusted me. Don't worry. I'm not crazy. I'm not bad. Yeah, and that's how I've done that.
Wow.
And I met a lot of friends when I didn't have a big community.
Yeah, great. I feel like that's a really common story of like I met so many funny people. It's like addictive. Like I go there to see all my friends at the open mic, and yeah.
Well, it's also life affirming. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
It's like addicting because you're doing something that creates mutual joy for you and somebody else. Like, why wouldn't I want to do that as often as possible?
Wow.
Yeah, totally. If
I
you
love
were
that.
to give like advice to like an up and coming comedian, maybe there's one in this very audience. We're in the city of dreams.
It's
after
me.
all. Yeah, it's Babette. In 2 more years, they'll finally be done with school, and they're gonna enter stand-up
hit the
comedy.
open mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if someone was like, "Oh, what should I do?" What would you say?
Stop watching comedy. Don't watch any comedy. I'm not kidding. Especially when you're first starting, is you're going to have this impulse to take what makes you laugh to help make other people laugh, and it should be you should really be in your own zone, and honing your voice is a really challenging and singular process. So the less you absorb of others, I think it's easier to know who you really are and what you really want to say.
That's interesting. Yeah. I feel like, I've been to a lot of open mics where I'm like, oh, so this all feels like an impression of one very famous comedian.
Absolutely.
Like,
Definitely.
whoa.
Yeah, Dane Cook.
Yeah, it's all, wow.
It's all
They're
different.
doing the
their
cashew
Dane Cooks.
penis joke.
Yeah.
Oh, but I disagree though.
I love that.
Because I think that mimicry is the first step into making your own voice. Because we're doing that all the time, right? So we're mimicking things that we like and we're putting it together, we're churning it inside and then delivering it out. Maybe it's more like don't stay there, but if you're going to start there because there's nowhere else to, because you're going to be like, you won't know how to talk. So you're going to have to pretend to be somebody that you think has like all the power in the world. And then you're going to shed it, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I first started, I would take my best friend's dog's beta blockers. Because I was so nervous.
I wanted beta blockers for this show so
Yes.
fucking bad.
Find a Saint Bernard.
So fucking bad.
I was so nervous,
Yeah.
and I would write my material word by word and like read it out loud. But no, whatever you need to do, just get up there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, Allie, what's your answer to this question?
I think similarly, like just start going to stuff, and like once you have a community, you're more likely to like really go after it. Like
Yeah.
meet people, and if someone, I think maybe my biggest word of advice would be if someone is like really funny to you, don't play it cool. Like you can really just go up to them and be
Yeah,
like,
I
thought that
agree.
you were really funny, and this joke maybe, or like start like
Don't
a
play
friendship or
games.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no hard to get in stand-up
No.
comedy.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Also at
I
an
think
open
that's-
mic, like everybody's like in a dungeon. Like,
yes.
they need to hear like that was so funny.
Yes.
I would do that a lot and then basically follow people to the next
Yeah.
open mic.
Where are you going after this? And you're just kind of shuffling behind.
You're just kind of like, so you know what's next
I think
after
it's
this?
really different now. I mean, I'm assuming it was the same with you, but when I was starting, we didn't really have queer open mics or gay open mics. Like, I really was in a windowless bar for hours with like ancient alcoholics. You know what I mean? Like, really hearing the most like putrid things the mind could ever conceive of being spoken to. Silence.
It was kind of beautiful though. now that I think
Absolutely.
about it.
Symphonious.
Like it's gone. That culture
That
is gone.
That culture is gone. No, it's true.
Yeah.
And now it's definitely like, it's cool if you're gay and you want to do stand up. There are so many avenues for you to be like held, you know. There was no holding. It was
No,
like
brutal.
you're licking the motherfucking boot and trying your best. But either way works, and God is real, so whatever.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Yes.
We're back to God.
God is real. In the name of the Father, the Holy Spirit.
Oh, remix.
Father, Son.
Start
I
convulsing.
think what y'all are saying though is so true kind of for every craft of just like going up to someone and telling them that you appreciate what they do. And I feel like the podcast has kind of helped me with that because like I was telling Honey like I'll just like reach out to folks who I either have a crush on or think are like really amazing and just tell them that I think they're amazing. And like that usually works, or like not as like a ploy. I'm not saying like, oh, that works if you want to make friends.
Canceled.
But like,
You're canceled.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but it's like kind of a great way to make friends. Like I literally, Daria, aka Board Lord, an amazing DJ that we interviewed. I just was in Oakland and I was like, let's hang out. And she lives in my fucking parents' neighborhood. And so I just drove her around the fucking corner and like hung out with her. And it's just like, I think if you just like tell to someone like, oh my God, I love your work, let's hang out. It's like, usually a pretty
earnestness is
sweet.
cool.
I think earnestness is cool. I feel like
Yeah.
New York will have you thinking like earnestness is not cool, but like
No,
it's great.
cool.
It's
I
so
do it all
sick.
the time.
Yeah.
I'm very earnest.
Very earnest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that earnesty.
I've spent
Is
a
it
lot.
in? Can I finally be fucking in?
Yeah. You're in.
Damn, yes.
Okay, well, I feel like one of us should go back so that we
Go
get
grab
everybody
them?
out here because we are going to
I'll go right
end
back.
on a little game. Okay, yeah, you go get them. I'll explain the game. Yeah, thank you. So, a few years ago, I went to my friend's birthday, and the first thing that came out, we're all gay, a bottle of natural wine. But the second thing that came out was a board game called Gender Bender from the 90s. We found that game online. We purchased it. That is blood money now. And we wanted to play it with you four. Is that okay?
Yes.
Wow!
Essentially, how this works is the original. We have 4 of the original questions. They start off with either suppose you were a man or suppose you were a woman.
The game
I would
gets
like
fucked
to.
up really fast.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I
yeah.
can suppose.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
we all
Yeah.
here can suppose.
Yes.
This is going to be a kind of like choose your own buzzer sound situation. So if you want to answer, perfect. So let's start. Let's give an example.
it.
Do you have one?
Yeah. So,
Okay, here we go.
Suppose you were a woman. What is the best indicator of how a man makes love? A, the way he treats his car. B, the way he does the tango. C, the way he eats an ice cream cone. Yes.
Cherry.
Cherry,
yes.
yes.
Well, guess what, babes? I am one. And I would have to say A and C.
Yeah.
Now follow me
Interesting.
here. Ice cream cone and a car. Follow me here. 6 years ago, Kauai, Hawaii. I get picked up on the beach. He takes me in a very well-managed truck up to like a lookout. And I'm like, wow, this car is really clean. And then he pops sorbet into my ass and eats it out.
Oh my God! Did you do a whip it backstage?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna say that I think actually the nastier someone's car is, the more I want to fuck them.
Thank
like
you.
when there are
Wow.
like fast food wrappers on the floor, cigarette butts, used tissues, like a plastic CD case from 1997. That's
Lana
that's
Del
my
says
man.
current man's car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
exactly.
Hot
Yes.
summer
Yes.
night.
I also think that testosterone made me a better driver. Sorry. It literally did. Like, it literally did.
Canceled.
It did.
Testosterone?
Because,
Okay, I'll hear you out. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
because I'm embodied.
Oh.
Yeah, wow.
I
That's
was
beautiful.
so worried behind the wheel.
You're
as
edging this
I
liberal
was
audience.
so worried behind the wheel as a non-binary. You know, I was swirling with anxiety.
Yeah,
but
that's
now
real.
I drive
And
like
swerving.
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, and toes pointed in.
I drive right. Yeah, 3 and 6. Right, I'm right here. I'm great.
I feel the exact opposite because, like, I got off of tea because I felt like it was making me stupid. Like, I was like,
No,
I was like,
because it
I'm
does.
dumb.
Because
I'm
No, there is no
dumb.
way you can be on T and get a PhD. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. No, I'm like happy wife, happy life, you know? Simple, 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 simple. 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 And my car's dirty, so there we go.
Yeah, same.
I'll see you after the show.
Yeah. That's
Okay, I'm
hot.
sorry. Cherry wins. That was the best
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
answer.
Ding, ding,
I'm
ding,
so
ding.
sorry.
You took us
If it
there.
helps, his name was Golden.
Wow, like the doodle.
Just like the passion fruit sorbet, exactly.
You're living a fairy tale.
I
Like,
know,
that's
wow.
amazing. Okay.
I'm now a top.
Okay, next question. Suppose you were a woman. Strangely enough, you're playing strip poker. And
Okay, the woman thing I could wrap my head around.
I never got the rules for poker.
and you're down to 3 items. What do you take off next? This is disgusting. Wait, this is so funny. Your A, your bra, B, your panties, or C, your wig.
Nana. I just want to say my favorite part is strangely enough.
It seems like a liability for me to answer this one.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
How do we beep?
Beep of your choice.
Beep
Go
is
ahead.
the question.
Yes,
Yes.
River. That was a cute beep.
Did people just on me?
They're
34
mad, they're mad,
years
they're
old.
mad, they're mad.
34. I'm 34. Okay.
Take me there.
So if we were playing strip poker, stop. First, I'm gonna take off my panties really slowly. And then I would have to take off my wig because I've got a wig on my pussy.
The merkin.
The merkin.
Me
And
too.
then I've got to take off the other wig underneath the big wig. And there's like 8 more wigs. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I think that just wins.
No, River
Yeah, I
wins
think
the whole
that just
game,
wins.
actually.
Yeah. Like a little Russian doll of wigs. Okay.
You want to do one more?
Okay, let's do one more. This one is, suppose you were a man. Showering before work. You realize you're out of shampoo, but there's some perfumed stuff your wife uses.
That's crazy.
What do? A, use the perfume stuff. B, use a bar of hand soap. Or C, just rinse your hair. Yes.
So, you use the perfume, and then it kind of smells good. And
Whoa.
you like the way it makes you feel when you
Whoa.
have it on. And then you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, does she have any lip gloss? Because I think I'd look really nice with like a juicy red lip. And then you think, where are all those wigs she took off last night?
And then you piece together bangs from all 8 of the merkins.
Yeah.
Bangs, just bangs. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, incredible. We are gonna move to a rapid fire round that we wrote ourselves.
Some of these are based in reality. Some of them are not.
Some are based in fantasy.
It'll be really hard to tell which is which.
Yeah.
Suppose that you are a they, them with luscious brown skin and beautiful big naturals who happens to be the host of a gender podcast. Your partner
Specific.
tells you at 11 p.m. that your friend listened to their podcast, this podcast, and heard something that made them realize you have different ideas about non-monogamy. Yeah.
Suppose.
Do you suppose? Some of these are based in fantasy.
Got it.
Do you A, crawl out of your bedroom window? B, set fire to your copy of Polysecure? Or C, breastfeed them until they quiet down?
Rapid fire. We're taking one answer each.
Please. Okay.
You're speechless. You're fucking
Right.
speechless.
When I worked at the co-op in Seattle, right,
Weighing grains.
weighing grains, all my friends would come in and I would weigh their entire groceries as bulk grains because I am literally the intifada, so we can all do better. But men would walk around with a copy of Polysecure in their back pocket. I'm not kidding. Like flagging Polysecure, like hoisting the Arc'teryx, like to tuck under. So it's like Arc'teryx tucked and like Polysecure out. So obviously it can't be B. Polysecure should have been set on fire years ago at this point.
Interesting. Yeah.
So I would say my answer to that question would be C, the breastfeeding, because if there's anything, I do believe that, you know, having some luscious natties can save and solve most problems.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, but I have just a follow-up. I think there's someone in this room who has a copy of Polysecure with them.
Show it. Hold it up, you'll get free merch.
Toss it on the stage.
Wait, can we burn it on stage?
That would be cathartic.
That'd be so funny. We
That'd
all
be
sing the
so
national
sick.
anthem. We don't know why. Any more answers?
Burn it.
Burn it? Great.
Burn the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, burn it. I
burn
think
it.
we all agree.
Okay, great.
Okay, moving right along. Next question. You're an undergrad. Suppose you're an undergrad. The really cool TA for your Intro to Feminine Vessels class.
What was the word you just said? Feminine in vestals?
No, Intro to Feminine Vessels.
Feminine
class.
vessels.
Yeah. Is wearing an amazing button-up shirt that looks like a children's art smock.
How many buttons up is it?
So many buttons.
Okay.
The
What's the
buttons
collar
never
like?
end. The Peter Pan. You need a shirt for the wedding you're about to go to. Do you A, ask her where she got it? B, take a sneaky pic and search for it online for hours? Or C, try and steal it off her body?
I think that I would ask her where she got it.
Yeah.
And then I would go to that website and I would make sure to block it on every single browser that I have. And then I'll find one that looks exactly like it, but cunter.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll cut it into a two-piece. And then I'll get rid of the paint marks.
Wow.
And then I'll steal the attention at the wedding, obviously.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one upper.
Yeah, exactly. And then I tell them, I love what you're doing. I think the way you present yourself is strong, beautiful, and effervescent.
That's nice.
And then I'd say, if you ever wear that shirt around me again, we're gonna start calling you Wolfgang. Wait!
I got it. I got it.
I have
though.
dyslexia. Who cut off his ear?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh!
Van Gogh. Wolfgang
I love
Amadeus
Van
Van Gogh. Yeah, it's true.
Right. So sorry, Van Gogh.
He can't
All
hear
the
you,
Van
it's
Gogh
fine.
stands in the crowd. Furious.
I'm anti-gatekeeping, so that'd be my answer too. You know that meme that's like, someone asked me where I got my food, I told them that the place exploded, you know?
Yeah.
I'm against that, so I think we should all be telling one another where we're getting our cool gay clothing.
Yeah.
So I would ask and then receive the answer.
Yeah.
What if
that's
the answer was
beautiful.
like, oh, I thrifted it? I'm
It's
sorry.
always that.
Then
It's like,
I want to know the thrift store, the cross streets. We're going later. When are we going together? If it's an estate sale, then let's make sure we're going. Have the person come back to life and then die again, so we can go get their clothes again with each other.
incredible.
Yeah.
Every time someone says they thrifted it, we blow up one Beacon's closet.
I would ask them where they got it.
Yeah.
And then if they said an answer that was shitty, I'd say, I have nothing to wear for this wedding, and I really need something that looks just like what you have on. You're not gonna wear that every day, right? That would be like so horrible and so stinky, and you need to wash it, and maybe I could just wash it and give it back. You look so good in it. I have shirts like that. Maybe you can even like corner them.
Yeah, and you just kind of keep pushing forward
Keep
until like their
pushing.
back is against the chalkboard, and they're like, take
And then
it.
you can peel it off.
you can peel it off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I would take a picture of them, which I would know is wrong because it's giving surveillance state. And then I would mean to put the picture into Google Images, but I would be looking at it on my phone and be like, they're kind of sexy. And then things would start happening.
Yeah.
And then, like 7 minutes later, I think I would feel bad about it and delete the picture.
Yeah. Or like print it out, put it on your altar.
Manifesting.
Yeah. A little bit of manifesting. Okay, we have two more.
Man!
Yeah.
Okay, so suppose you're an anchor partner and your partner's newest partner wants to join. Did you say no?
Skip this question, please.
What's an anchor
Yeah,
partner?
can you,
And your
We,
can you
we don't need to know
explain-
any more about this. No.
Honestly, fair.
Fair. Moving right
Okay,
along.
great.
So-
Go.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so your partner's newest partner wants to join the invite-only backyard Al-Anon meeting that you attend.
Okay, now I'm done.
You need a
No,
I
now-
was in, now I'm out.
Now I'm in.
No!
Do you A, accept the things you cannot change? B, stop going to that meeting? Or C, ask them to post a close friend story to find a different private backyard Al-Anon meeting? Yes, Cherry.
Hidden answer D. I write an Autostrato article about it.
Oh! Okay, that's huge. That is the answer. And I will say we did kind of put our heads together to torture you with that question. Okay. Final question. Let's see. Wait, what happened to your cafe question?
Oh, hold on.
That's the final question. Okay.
Again, hard to know what's real life and what is it.
Suppose.
Suppose you're a they, them, and you were charged at the trans-friendly donut shop where trans folks are supposed to eat for free. Do you, A, say something in the moment, duh, B, send a strongly worded Instagram DM, or C, cry? Yes, Rose.
D, transition.
No, you ate. No, you ate with that. You ate with that.
That is
No,
the
that's the right
that's
answer.
crazy.
That's literally
really
so
good.
true.
Get
Yes.
a weirder haircut. Like, I don't know.
What did you end up doing?
Take a wild guess. Take a wild
Did you
guess.
send the email?
I sent a really nice Instagram message and then cried about it.
Yeah.
BC combo.
A little
Yeah.
BC combo.
But that's how I started dating my ex because then they brought me a donut, which was really
Oh.
nice.
Wait, were they the
Wait, this is a real
No.
place?
Wait, did they work
Yeah.
there? Was it
No,
the
no,
owner?
this was just separate. I just was like really sad and they're like, oh, I'll bring you a free donut.
Wait, but is it a real place?
That's
yeah, it's a real
fucked up.
place.
That's weird.
That's a minefield.
I
no
just,
one
like-
needs to do that.
Well, I just messaged them. I was like, I love what you do. I just think your business model is not completely right. Like, I think people should opt in and be like, oh, could I get this for
I
free?
agree with you.
Whereas, like, the person was like assessed, kind of like looked you up and
No,
down.
that's weird.
That's
That's
weird.
weird.
It's so fun
No.
to go into some place and be like, why don't you want to guess my gender?
Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays.
I don't think it exists anymore, to be fair. So
That's
That's
good.
probably
It's not a
the
good
best.
strategy.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I know the answer to this because something similar happened at Nowadays.
No way.
Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
Spill.
not to me.
No, it's not the
I don't know.
Not cutesy.
But I was out with all of my friends who are dolls. She, hers. I just got rid of. Got rid of my they them too. So I felt fresh.
Yeah.
But we were outside a Lion Nowadays, and if you don't know, they're all about letting trannies in, and they're for free. and you're like, I have a gold. It's not a golden ticket. I forget the color.
I'm not telling.
Right. You say you have a ticket, color to be disposed, and they're like, oh yeah, right this way, right on, transitioning. And then they're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the cuntest doll you've ever seen working door was like, are you sure? Diva!
Wow.
And she had been transitioning the longest out of all of us.
Wow.
Yeah, this isn't a sad story,
Okay.
nor is it a funny story. This is a real story. So I would write a strongly worded email,
Yeah.
and then do a joint post with them that they would never accept.
Yup. Yup.
Yeah, people I think just need to not do that.
I just think it's not a good business model.
Yeah, it's like a first thought. It's a first
Well,
grader
that's-
thought.
I think it's weird when like businesses try to have pronouns, period. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you're a business. Like, you're here to make money, sorry, and probably exploit your workers.
Yeah. Like
Why?
Flo.
Why does Wendy have its pronouns? Why does Wendy's? Like, I don't know. Like,
No, right, exactly.
actually,
It can be very like, Lockheed Martin for Pride. Like, it,
Yes.
it goes quickly.
Yes.
Things happen fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so much.
enduring that game.
Give it up for our amazing guests.
Amazing.
Did you want to hold hands for a second?
Yes. Yay.
Do I need to
Best
still
podcast
keep
ever.
supposing I'm a woman?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to still keep supposing I'm a woman?
Yeah, only if
after
you
the
want to,
show?
though. Only if you want
Okay.
free donuts.
Okay. I do actually.
Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much for coming out to our first live
Thank
show on the
you.
East Coast. For those of you listening at home, we are really hoping to tour the Midwest and the South in
Yes.
upcoming year.
Next season,
Not being our
potentially.
coastal elite ass selves. I know. We've done LA and New York. Wow.
Yes.
But to you all, thank you so much for coming out. And thank you so much to our guests.
you.
Please give it up for them. Awesome, you all. Have a really good night. Is there anything else
Thanks,
that we
everyone.
need to...
Have a good night.
As they take off, I just want to do a couple of plugs. That's right. Plug number 1. If you are sitting here and you're hoping to find these people a little bit more, Rose has that debut novel coming out called Best Woman. Also a Substack called Malgoth. And once again, the podcast is called Like a Virgin. Honey's podcast is called Up Good with Honey Pluton.
It's so fucking good. You gotta listen to it.
So funny. And you can follow him on IG at Honey Pluton. And River Ramirez will be doing a lecture and performance at Bard Graduate Center here in the city on September 11th. Substack.
Listen.
I think you all watched me. Yeah, I think you all watched me have that.
One of my good friends' birthdays is 9/11, and it's never not funny.
It's never not-
It's never
like,
not funny.
The
I'm sorry.
further away we go, it kind of just
Exactly.
yeah. Never forget. River also has, they may not have a podcast, but they have a Substack, and it is called River's World, so you can check that out. Awesome, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
really great
you.
night.